Have you ever heard a statement so simple and yet so profound that it consumed your thoughts? This is Fulford with Rise Up in Real Estate, and today I want to share one of these thoughts with you that one of our fantastic team leaders in our organization shared with me a few days ago. It was one of those things that I heard that I think I already knew, but I hadn't heard it put this way. And as I thought about it, the simpler it got, and yet the more profound the concept. And I know you have things like that in your life, like there's quotes, or there's moments, or there's thoughts, or there's experiences that you have that you're like, that was so simple, and yet it taught me an incredible lesson that I might not ever forget. That's what I'm talking about today. So if you're watching this video, if you're listening to me, and you have over time, you realize that we're entrepreneurs. We're in some sort of entrepreneurial business. And in my case, in most cases, we're in a sales business. It might be real estate sales, it might be mortgage, it could be insurance, it could be a number of things. It could be selling widgets. But in business, in sales business, this team leader of mine told me, and just in basic conversation, he said this: there are only 3 ways to generate business. Only 3. And I thought to myself when he said that, okay, here we go. Let's see what he has to say, because there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions of books written on sales. And if there were only 3 ways, how could there be that many books? If it could really be that simple, how could there be just podcasts about it, and blogs and video blogs and articles and YouTube channels on sales if there's only really 3 ways? But I want you to listen to these 3, and I want you to analyze them, and I want you to see if you can find any holes in this, because I couldn't. And the other thing I want you to do as I share these 3 is, I think it's beneficial for you to take a good look at yourself and ask, where am I? So 3 ways to generate business, only 3. The first way, to ask for it. Now, in our business, in the real estate world, this can be done a lot of ways. It can be hosting open houses. It can be cold calling. It can be calling expireds, calling for sale by owners, even mailing, knocking on doors, prospecting your current client database for new business, going deeper with people that are referrals from those people, asking, reaching out, being proactive. That's one way. You can ask, you can go and do it. You can knock on doors. You can do mailers. You can do a lot of things where you are the asker. You're looking for a response. You're doing direct mail, and you are wanting someone to respond to that thing. You're asking, you're being proactive. The second thing that you can do for business is you can buy it. Man, if we ever learned that lesson in our business, like there's opportunities you will probably hear about today that are better than they've ever been before, according to the seller, to buy leads. That's how we say it in our business. You can buy business. You can buy leads. You can buy leads from a number of sources. Here's what I would challenge you if you look at that way of doing business. If you are, and it is a way, as my coach says, it might not be the best way, but it is a productive way. If you have the money to throw at something like this, then buy some leads. The thing that I've always had a problem with in buying leads, number one, I just heard recently, the conversion rate of internet leads, people that you don't have a current relationship with, and there are some great ones, and we have all sold to these, but the conversion rate is less than 1% in general. Now, as your skills get better and as your source gets better, that number goes up, but overall, it's very, very small. The second thing that I've always had a problem with buying leads is this. You might think that you are buying, and you wouldn't dare do otherwise, buying from the best platform. You have chosen the best situation for the leads you're going to get. These leads are so good. They're by zip code, or they've been pre-approved, or they've been scrubbed, or they've been this or that. Let me tell you something about that lead that's also true. Even if it's the best lead out there, it's not only on that site. It's not a unique lead, in my opinion. It's somebody that has also talked to someone else. And so you have to be the best converter. Not only do you have to buy it, but you also have to be the best converter when it happens. You have to be the quickest. You have to have the best story. You have to be able to relate the most. There's still a high possibility that you won't win that lead. It's not only coming to you, I guess is what I'm saying. And you want to make this crystal clear. When you go online to shop for something, do you only go to one website or one generative AI to find that thing? No. You go to different places because you want the best. You want the best deal with the best person and the thing that fits you the most. So be careful if this is your main source. You're renting your business, not owning it, if you're buying leads. The third thing that you can do in order to have a business or to generate business, and this isn't really generate, I use loosely for number 3, is to wait. So you can either ask for it, you can buy it, or you can wait on it. And my question to you is, are you a waiter? There are a lot of people out there, I think, that are being reactive. They're sitting back on their haunches and they're waiting for a client to buy again or to list the house that they bought with you, or sitting back and waiting for a referral to come through, or we're sitting back waiting for our phone to ring or our website to generate, or for, I don't know, whatever else we might be waiting for the someone in the office to say I have too much, or someone that you've talked to in the past that's in another market, have a referral come to your market. We're just sitting back and waiting. I want you to evaluate your time every day. How much time do you spend asking? How much do you spend with people that you've bought? And how much do you spend just waiting? I bet there's a lot of things in your schedule and in your life and in your business that you can correct. But really, are there any other ways? Everything that we do, doesn't it fall into one of these three categories? My challenge to you is to become really good at asking, really hone your skills, really make sure that you find the place that you are best served, the thing that makes the most sense for you, and then go double down on asking for business. Now, none of us want to be that guy or that gal, right? We don't want to be the sticky salesperson, the sleazy salesperson. But let me ask you this, aren't we in sales? Isn't there an art and a science to this? Isn't there a way to craft the thing that we do, the way that we ask, and the system that we build such that we can be an asker that's not annoying? I think so. So I'm going to challenge you, if you listen to this video all the way to this point, don't be a waiter and don't only be a buyer. See if you can make yourself the best asker that you can and watch your business flourish. This is Tad Fulford with Rise Up in Real Estate, and I hope today's video helps you rise up.